That's a way to start this. You fucking. All right, hey party people. Hope you had a good. What the hell? It was April. Hope you had a good April. It's fun to be back here doing the podcast.
Hello.
Yeah. Are you gonna stick with that voice? Is that gonna be the voice for the podcast this time?
There are no promises.
Oh God. All right. All right. So I have a lot to talk about in terms of like plug news at the beginning. So this is going to be a little bit boring. So bear with me. So we got a lot going on with the channel. We've started doing game reviews. That's going to come once a month. We're also going to do a lot more. We're doing the once a week streaming, and this. The game, in terms of the game, it's all the levels are done. Unfortunately, I had a crash like last week that kept me from getting as much as I'd like done. So, all the levels are done. We're working on texturing and music right now, and then once that's finished, we'll do the UI and everything for the actual menu, and then we're good. And it'll be out hopefully by the end of this month, as well as the website, which will give you access to everything. It'll let you contact me if you need me for a commission or you want to just get in touch, maybe play some PS4. But and I think that's pretty much it. Did a lot of work, added some thumbnails to the show, and yeah, it's just generally updating everything. So that's my plugs. I know you have a plug pun.
Not this time.
Oh, you suck.
Sorry, the voice took the place of the plug pun.
All right. So I guess we'll go through the games, kind of the top games that have come out. I've got the list right in front of me. So did you just growl? Don't growl on the podcast. What the fuck is wrong with you? This isn't like some emo band.
Nah.
Oh my God. We're talking about video games. This is serious. Oh, yeah, but okay, so so the games that came out this past month that were like decent. Darksiders. I know you like Darksiders. That actually came out on the Switch.
Was that the new one with the
With the
plague
girl?
pestilence?
I don't. Is
Yeah,
she pest?
yeah.
No, she's Rat.
No, she's pestilence.
Oh shit.
Wrath
No.
is the big one with the sword from Darksiders 1. Darksiders 2 was death,
Yeah.
and Darksiders 3 is pestilence, I
Oh,
believe.
okay. No, this is War Mastered edition, so it's like the rehash of them, I believe.
Gotcha.
Dragon Ball Heroes, that's like a card game. Came out for the Switch and PC. Not really into that, but it's got a pretty big following in Japan, so you gotta, same with Ace Attorney. The Ace Attorney trilogy came out for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC of all things, which is kind of not a game I'd expect to come out on the PS4 and the Xbox One of all things. But you also got Final Fantasy X and X-2, the remastered edition coming out on the One and the Switch. Wasteland 2 coming out on the Switch. Now, that's just the physical edition. That's not the digital's been out for a while. But if you're like me and you want to collect the actual case, I care about that. Cuphead came out on the Switch. Definitely going to pick that up at some point. Same with Mortal Kombat 11 came out. That was the big release of this week or this month. Came out for the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And I think that's all the big ones. Oh, there's Final Fantasy 12. I think that's the Roman numerals XII.
Yeah.
12.
I think so.
Whatever. That one, Zodiac Age, that came out for the Xbox One and the Switch today. And then big ones coming up next month of May. Looks like there is Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered is going to come out. 3 Remastered. That would be a cool title name, actually. But Assassin's Creed 3 is going to come out on the Switch. We also have Resident Evil and Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 0 coming out on the Switch. Total War, 3 Kingdoms on the PC. Where's Rage? I know Rage 2 is coming out on the 14th. That's going to be the big one for the month. That's like a I don't know. I always imagine it if like Fallout had a rave or was a rave or like a bunch of neon paint got dumped on it. Boom, you got Rage. PS4, Xbox One, PC. And yeah, that's the big ones that came out this past or that are going to come out this next month. So keep an eye out and yeah, pick one up if that's what if any of that tickles your fancy. So, what have we been playing?
lots and lots of Monster Hunter World.
Oh my god, yeah. So we played Monster Hunter like a solid, I think it was like 70-ish hours the last time I looked for our first playthrough.
Yeah.
Where this is before any of like the Devil Jiho updates, any of the new monsters were added. And then like we decided, I mean, like nothing new had come out, and frankly Metro just pissed me off. So I decided I wanted to play a game with friends, and I was, thinking obviously roommate,
Mm-hmm.
let's play together. And we loved Monster Hunter when it first came out. So let's start a new playthrough. I mean, you had a system wipe where you lost everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was disappointing.
yeah, I always forget that when you get the new system, like, or if you have to update the system, like you're going from the PS4 to the PS Pro, if you don't back it up or take the hard drive, you're gonna lose everything.
Everything.
But so we picked it up, and I did about 35 hours before I was just I tired of the grind. I mean, to put it lightly. But and I did a live stream of it. You should all check it out. There's a plug. Link there's going to be links at the end of the video, so check it out. But I mean, why don't you tell me what you like to play? I mean, I already know, but for the people at home.
For like, what do I like
Monster
to play?
Hunter, like what's your
my
class?
my class?
Your build.
I am a fan of both the Insect Glaive and the Charge Blade.
And why, sir?
The Insect Glaive because deep down in the heart of my soul, I like to fly. And and the Charge Blade because it's just awesome. You go from like a sword shield combo that like frankly defends yourself pretty well and is still relatively mobile.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just turn it into this giant axe that you're swinging around like some Conan the Barbarian, Arnold Schwarzenegger lookalike.
Damn. See, I tried using it, and I just couldn't get. I think it was like the wide swing with the axe, and like the fact that once you commit to a movement, you're locked into that movement until like you're done.
Yep.
That screwed with me.
Sometimes you just get locked in this linear line that's directly away from the monster.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing with Monster Hunter is like even if you're locked in, that's just like I'm vaguely going to target this area. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that and it wants to target everything but the thing that you're trying to hunt.
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird when like there's a giant T-Rex that spits fire in front of me, and my lock or whatever, like the flies that lock onto things, are looking at a fly over here, and it's like, yeah, that's the most important thing that I should look at right now, right?
Yeah, there should be some sort of priority system, but there isn't.
I bet you there is. I bet you it's just not programmed well. Like it's just like literally the nearest physical threat within proximity, or something like that.
Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes it just locks onto like something that's way on the other side of the map.
That's true. Yeah,
It's
I don't
just
know.
like, what is this? Meanwhile, you've got, as you stated, a Tyrannosaurus blowing fire at you on the other side, but you're facing away from it because you're focused on some sort of wing drake that's like halfway across this zone of the map.
Yeah,
It's nowhere near you.
the maps are like absolutely beautiful, like 100. I almost cussed there. I mean, it's not like I care, but I was like, is this a good idea? But the maps are beautiful. I mean, every single one is like even the one that's just like death.
Yep.
It's all nice. The game's a lot of fun. My biggest gripe is you have to, so like the core loop of the game is you fight monsters in order to get their parts and make stuff, make swords and
Armor
and all that kind of crap. The thing is at the higher levels, so it's kind of split between like low level missions, high level missions, and then fighting pretty much exclusively elder dragons, right? The higher level items, they require a lot of stuff, obviously, but the thing is the drop rate drops significantly even if you do the things that would be required to like okay, for example, you got to cut off a tail. Like you cut off a tail and you're supposed to get a part. It's like if I was a hunter in the real IRL or whatever, like I would, and I needed a part of an animal, I would just get the part of the animal, even if there's only like okay, a way to make it more balanced would be like all Raytheons, all the dragons, they only have one spike on them physically, like per loot per person. So if you cut the tail off, it guarantees you that loot, but you can literally only get one period, because like I don't know, that's up like physically that dragon only has one.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just being like, you could loot anywhere, it doesn't really matter, you'll get you might get what you need, you might get a scale when you're like going at the teeth. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. It's a beautiful game. Don't let that discourage you. I've literally poured over 100 hours of my life into this video game. So like I love it. It's just I think it's like I've played so much that it's easier for me to get bored of the repetition. That said, I highly recommend the gun lance and the long sword. Well, and maybe the bow. But the gun lance, because it's my flavor weapon, just like you have like the glaive. I love being able to slide in basically unbeatable with the shield drawn, stab a dude a couple times, and then just shoot him. It's literally like stab, boom, stab, boom. And then you can release, I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's like a magma core or something, just like the heating element into them if you land the special. The long blade is just straight anime shit. Like you get like swordsman energy and you can unleash ridiculous combos. One, if you get thrown up in the air, you literally slice the air and it explodes in a line like something out of like, I don't know, Yu Yu Hakusho or something. And the bow is really good for like continuous damage, but it's not pretty and you're very, very vulnerable. But it is an S-class weapon. It's highly recommended by right now. So. Also, cool thing about that game, you get all the updates for free. You don't have to pay for any expansions.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, like, we live in an era where expansions and updates are, like, essential, right? But you could just give it to us. Like, we've already bought your game, and it should be complete.
Yeah.
I get it if you're adding another game, and you're just building on the universe. Like, what was the Horizon Zero Dawn expansion?
Yeah.
The Frozen Wilds. That was a huge map with new creatures and items and NPCs. That's different than just like, we added a new monster.
To the map that we already had.
Exactly. Now, as a creator, that monster is beautiful and like probably took months and months and months and months of work to create. But I think that the goodwill that you create, like within the community of not only your team as a dev, but like the gamers that you're I don't know, providing your product to, is going to lead to more money long term. If you just like I said, I was telling our friend to buy it, and it's been like what, a year since it came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, highly recommend the game. It's awesome. If you haven't picked it up or played it already or heard about it, and check out the stream for it. I think that's all you played.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Ugh. I got to get you playing more games.
No, you don't.
You see how easy it is? You see how easy he is to deal with? Yeah, no, I actually, what?
I am quite easy to deal with.
So yeah, no, I've been playing a little bit of Final Fantasy VII, but to be honest, I've been playing mostly Monster Hunter with you.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy VII came out on the Switch last month, and I finally picked it up. A lot of fun. Most people that are alive have played that game or heard of the game, but this one on the Switch allows you to move at 3 times speed, which is awesome because that game, compared to modern games, is like trudging through mud. The cutscenes are like slow motion. It's awful. It's killing me. But that, and I picked up Battlefield 1, which is a lot of fun. It's beautiful. It's probably more pretty than Monster Hunter. I mean, it did come out after it, but like I picked it up for its multiplayer and so that I can like get content from it and like play it live and that kind of stuff. But man, it's a fun game, but it is brutally sad. Holy crap. Like all other war games make you think of war as like, I'm going to save the day, right? And then this one's just like, no, bitch, you're going to die. Like most of you are going to die and it's going to be sad and a lot of people are going to cry. And it's like, there was one story, the one, shit, I wish I could remember which one it was, but I was sitting there and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm not going to cry. Like it was so fucking real. I was like, God, calm down. I just want to shoot Nazis. Like, well, I guess they weren't Nazis yet, but Germans, Austrians, whatever.
The World War I version.
Yeah. And picked up Borderlands. We're gonna play some Borderlands. That's always a fun time. Second one, and the Handsome Jack collection or whatever. It's the Handsome Jack collection, and that means it's the prequel and 2 with all the expansions. And the prequel, I think you can be Claptrap in that one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think you can be Handsome Jack, Claptrap, and some other people. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think it'll be a good time. Those games are always just fun for like. I wonder if we'll get copyright striked for the intro song. Oh no, YouTube, don't come get me.
You could just start up the intro before the stream starts.
Yeah, I probably will. I did kind of want to show like character creation and stuff like that, but I feel like most people have seen that shit by now. You know,
Yeah.
like the game's been out for a while. It was like $5 with a coupon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that's probably safer.
Yeah, I mean, well, so I got copyright striked on the Spider-Man live stream by the record company that I guess that created the song in the intro, which is fair. Like, it's fine. And they didn't like none of these were malicious. These people weren't like, "Give me your money." It's not like I monetize anyway. It was like, yeah, it's cool, you can have this, but if you do ever monetize, either we're gonna have to have a discussion or you're gonna have to remove it, that kind of thing. And then weirdly, Capcom copyright striked me on a live stream for Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I think that's gone, but like there was one viewer, maybe two, and I'm just like it's. For one thing, I'm talking over it the whole time. So, like, it's definitely, this is definitely reusing the content. It's not like I'm breaking any laws here, but it was just a weird thing, I try to be kosher. I try to be cool. I don't know. But, yeah, I think that's it. Everybody have a good month, and look out for the review coming out probably shortly after this video.